Warriors of Sparta. Today, once again, we are about to face the enemy. Once again, we are called to defend our land, our families, and everything we swore to protect. But before we take up our swords and raise our shields, there is something of greater importance that needs to be said. Something that does not involve the battlefield, but the inner realm of each of you. Today, I want to talk about the truth of being a Spartan soldier and the need to stop pretending to be someone you are not. Since childhood, each of you has been prepared to be a soldier. We grew up training, fighting, obeying. We learned to be strong, fast, lethal. But there is something that transcends physical strength and skill with the sword. The truth we carry within us. A man who lives pretending to be something he is not is in fact betraying himself and his brothers in arms. And sooner or later, this internal betrayal takes its toll. The strength of a true Spartan lies not only in his muscles, but in the integrity of his soul. On the battlefield, there is no room for masks, for lies, for disguises. There, you will be put to the test. The man who tries to feign courage will fall. The man who tries to hide his fear behind false bravery will fail. And the man who is not true to himself can never be true to his comrades. Sparta demands truth. The truth in who you are. The truth in what you believe. The truth in what you do. Many of you at some point may have felt the pressure to appear to be something you are not, to carry the weight of expectations that do not correspond to who you truly are. Perhaps you have felt the need to appear braver, stronger, more ruthless. But I tell you now, this burden is the quickest path to ruin. Pretending to be something you are not is like wearing broken armor on the battlefield. It may seem strong, but at the first blow, it shatters. No one here is perfect. I, Leonidas, am a man like all of you. I have my weaknesses, my fears, my flaws, but what sets us apart is the ability to face these flaws head-on, to look in the mirror and face the truth without looking away. True courage does not lie in pretending to be invincible, but in accepting who you are, with all your imperfections, and fighting with that truth. Stop pretending to be more than you are. A man who accepts himself as he is, with all his flaws, is much more prepared for battle than one who wears a mask. Masks fall. Truth prevails. Warriors, remember one thing. Battle not only tests your strength, it reveals who you really are. There is no point in pretending to be brave here, among your brothers in arms, if, in the heat of battle, you will falter. There is no point in posing as a leader if, on the battlefield, you will be unable to guide your men. War, like life, does not allow pretense. It unmasks a man's true heart. And what will be left when this mask falls? Will you be proud of what you see? The battle we are about to face is not just against the external enemy. It is, first and foremost, an internal battle. Each of you must look within and ask, who am I really? What am I doing here? Am I being true to what I believe in? Or am I trying to be something I am not? You are not here to please anyone. You are not here to prove anything to those around you. You are here to fight for Sparta, for the honor of our city, for our families. And to do that, you must be yourselves, complete, true, without masks. There is unmatched strength in a man who is authentic. The enemy may be numerous, he may be fierce, but a man who's at peace with who he truly is fights with a fury that the enemy will never understand. Because he is not just fighting with his weapons, he is fighting with his truth. And a truth lived with conviction is a weapon more powerful than any sword. You, soldiers of Sparta, are more than warriors. You are men with stories, with values, with purpose. You are fathers, sons, brothers. Each of you carries within you a unique strength, a personal truth that no other man has. And it is this strength, this authenticity, that will make the difference in battle. Be who you are, fully. That is all Sparta asks of you. And it is more than enough. The greatness of a man lies not in his ability to deceive others, but in his ability to be true to himself, even when circumstances try to make him hide behind false appearances. Sparta does not need men who feign courage. Sparta needs men who fight with an open heart, with truth in their veins, with the conviction that being who you are, even with your imperfections, is the greatest act of strength a warrior can perform. When we enter combat, I want each of you to remember this. There's no room for pretense on the battlefield. When the enemy advances, the only thing that will remain is the truth of who each of us is. The truth of our strength, our courage, our loyalty, If you live this truth, the enemy will not stand a chance. No matter how many there are, no matter how fierce they seem, they can never defeat a man who is aligned with his own truth. When you raise your shields, do so with the conviction that you are defending more than your own lives. You are defending the right to be who you truly are. You are defending the essence of Sparta, a city that needs no falsehoods or pretensions, but true men, authentic and upright. Pretending to be something we are not is weakness, and Sparta cannot afford to be weak. Our strength lies in our unity, in our shared truth. Each of you brings something unique to this phalanx. Each of you is a vital part of this war machine. If anyone pretends, if anyone tries to hide who they really are, the entire phalanx is weakened. But when each man is true to himself, our phalanx is invincible. You were trained to be warriors, but you were made to be more than that. You were made to be real men. Do not let fear or insecurity make you pretend to be something you are not. In the heat of battle, the only thing that matters is the truth. And that truth will be what determines whether we emerge victorious or defeated. Brothers, remember this: the truth sets you free. When you accept who you are, with all your strengths and weaknesses, you free yourself from the need to please, to pretend, to hide. And it is this freedom that will give you the strength to face the enemy head-on, no matter how numerous or powerful he may seem. A man who is at peace with his truth is invincible, because he fights, not for appearances, but for conviction. And now, as the battle approaches, I want each of you to remember who you really are. Don't try to be what you think others expect of you. Be who you were meant to be. Warriors, yes, but above all, true men. Warriors of Sparta, the coming battle will be tough. But know this: the greatest enemy is not the one on the other side of the line. The greatest enemy is the fear that makes us pretend to be something we are not. Defeat that enemy first, and you will be prepared to defeat any army. Fight with the truth in your hearts. Be true to yourself. Stop pretending to be what you are not. And when you do, you will not be just soldiers. You will be giants. And Sparta will never fall as long as there are true men defending it. For Sparta, for our truth, let us fight as we are, without pretense, and victory will be ours.